welcome to Quackalope. Today we are bringing you an unboxing of Eschaton.
Eschaton, and the expansion, and the most important part, which is really the only thing we really need to unbox.
Upgraded components. The little Cultist minis.
Yeah, can we just start with them? Because this is really important. So, we were at Gen Con recently, touring around, looking at a bunch of different titles, a bunch of different games, and we stumbled across a giant black wall or gray wall of suffering and death.
Yeah, it actually had like a little devil, and it was so dark.
Yeah, it kind of absorbed all the light in the area and sucked it into this chasm, and we said, what are you, and can we bring you home and play you? And the answer was yes to both. So we picked up everything.
Getting bits off.
We picked up everything for it. This is going to be a game that is
a area control deck builder. Area control my genre, deck building your genre. Oh, look how cute they are.
So these are going to be the upgraded components.
And they are going to replace the tiny little cubes that you use for the area control on the map.
They are tiny little cultist
they have faces.
Yep.
They're actually skull faces.
Yep. So these are tiny little cultist meeples that are going to replace the cubes that you have on the area control portion of the board. So this is going to be a deck building area control game, which for us is perfect because area control is your favorite, deck building is my favorite. Together, they come together in a beautiful cacophony. What I've heard so far, that was the messiest saran wrap ever. What I've heard so far about the game is going to be, you're going to create a terrible shadow on me, apparently. What I've heard so far about the game, you're going too fast. I'm trying to talk. You do things.
I'm so excited.
I know. You're going to...
Okay, go.
What I've heard so far about the game is that you're going to be cycling through your hand of cards quite fast, which means you're going to be going to the marketplace, picking up a lot of things, being super mean and cruel to each other, and also the world, where there's the kind of time mechanic where you're cycling through a world deck that has a lot of triggering events and stuff across the board, and all of that's going to be really, really quick moving and very, very punishing for an area control game. Yeah,
you're basically, the time element are those events, and the game's gonna be over when you reach Armageddon.
Welcome, Cultists. Eschaton is upon us. The days of Armageddon draw nigh, and the Dark One shall again be upon us in all of his unholy grandeur. Gather the cults, delve into the arcane, and conquer in his name. In this game, you are the leader of a cult engaged in a desperate struggle for the favor of the Dark One. To win, you must collect relics, conquer territories, and fulfill omens that manifest over the course of play. The cult has accumulated the most favor by these means will stand triumphant when the Dark One's chosen. As the Dark One's chosen, all others are doomed to perish in the fires of the end times. And the game book is as gray
and dark
as everything else.
The booth
okay,
is.
Let's start digging in.
Okay. Punch out pieces components.
Yeah.
I want to actually open up this board.
So we saw this on the table there.
Yeah.
And I actually think the board's really pretty.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think, but for me, I actually really like the board because it's got a little bit of detail in it. It's sort of old and weathered and gray. It looks like you have a map that you just kind of opened up. And as you start adding pieces,
it becomes colorful.
I find they're nice. Little pops of color and fire, unless you're the gray ones.
Or the black ones.
Or the black ones. All the others, little pops of color and fire sort of spreading across the game board, and I think it creates a really nice contrast. I'm glad not everything is just completely blank and gray. What else do we have?
So these are the pieces that those upgraded components are going to be replacing.
Yep.
Then we've got decks of cards.
Okay. So, like a classic deck builder, most people are going to start with their normal hand of cards, and what's going to make it unique is going to be the way that you're sort of building out all of these different spires and pieces of cards.
Do you want a knife?
Open this up. No, don't need knife.
No?
No. Okay. So let's see who we have here. So these are going to be different people that you can buy. You have the Archon.
The cost is in the upper right-hand corner.
Disciple. The Fanatic. So you'll have a big old marketplace where you're going to be purchasing and upgrading as you go.
It's a lot of Fanatics.
Herald. You're going to need them. The Initiate. And I like dark supplemental themed games anyway. So this is right up my genre. So
Yeah.
basically what each one of these cards are going to have on them is going to be the cost in the upper corner, the name and a little bit of flavor text on them, and then they're going to have the order of operation or the way that they trigger. The top one is going to be, I believe, kind of their activation or their movement, whatever their power is. Their bottom one, their second one is going to be their ability to purchase. Then I think you're going to have your ability to move, and then your ability to fight, or something of some nature.
I think it actually says it on, flip that over. I think it says on there. There's
Zeal, divination, influence, and aggression. So let's see here. I need to open this one too. What else do we have?
We've got more things to buy. These look like animals. So we've got a basilisk, a behemoth, crone, devil, familiar.
Not really showing anyone anything.
No?
No.
I don't do this as... Okay. Better. Devil, familiar, geist.
So, Zeal is going to be the thing that allows you to draw and play additional cards from your deck, which that's going to be the thing that I was saying allows you to cycle through your deck very quickly. Divination, draw any number of cards from the arcane deck, keep one and place in your discard pile, so that's going to upgrade your deck a little bit. Influence, initiate cards from the conclave and add them to your discards. This is the purchase ability. And then finally, aggression in the following order, 1 aggression per cube in action. So you can attack, move, slaughter, any number of powerful abilities.
We've got some relics over here. We've got these aggression relics. So these look like they are corresponding to the different activations that you have. Aggression relic, divination relic, influence relic, and a zeal relic.
Cool. So we have more things in here. Now, a few of these do make up, like I think your Fanatic and your Initiate make up your starting deck of cards, which is why you'll have so many of them to begin with. And then we also have our various powers, March, Plague, Curse, Dispel, and then we start getting our various events as well, like Ashen Rain. No player may add more than 1 cube to the realm map this round. Or Blackened Haunts. Place a Plague token on Blackwall. Bloodthirst event. Before this round begins, each player must sacrifice 1 card at random from their hand. This card is placed in the sacrificial pyre. So all of these events just start really changing sort of the
got some auras.
game that you're playing.
Demonic advisors.
And what's our last thing over here?
I believe this is the player boards.
Keeping you organized and set up. Discard and your deck piles. Then we have the sacrificial pyre and curses and auras. So,
these are your starting ones. You get acolytes. You get acolytes, archon. Did we have another pile of archons?
Cool. Like I said, you're going to be playing through until you hit a card called Armageddon, which I haven't seen in here yet. But it should be...
Should be in that pile.
Somewhere in this pile, I believe. Here we are. Until you hit that card right there, which is going to signify the end of days, and that's going to trigger endgame. So you'll kind of do a ordered or a stacked shuffle of the event cards, making it so that you're progressing through the game, but you don't quite know when it's going to come to an end. Now, we also have...
the expansion, which they did tell us, master the base game before even thinking about adding the expansion.
And this is Sigils of Rain. With the arrival at Eschaton, the veil of reality begins to crumble. At the threshold of this cosmic breach, the heretic progeny of the Dark One stand poised, eager to ravage this war-torn realm. Choose your champion and shepherd his unholy spawn through the bloodshed of the final struggle. By the invocation of the sigil ruin, the end of all things shall be assured, and the Inquisitor army shall be annihilated. Cool. So it sounds like you're going to be able to get your own little, like, demon spawn minion who is carrying through. Let's see. So, in here, initially, against the power that is awakening, there can be no... What are those?
So more pieces that match the color, so you get different types.
Yep,
pieces.
Little castle pieces. As the world burns, all hope is blown. As ash into the void, salvation should be granted to the most worthy cult or none. So here you're going to have various different cult leaders, it looks like, that you get to add. So there's going to be your player boards for the different type of cult leaders that you can get. And those are then going to start scripting how you are maneuvering. Also, a lot more tokens.
So basically, it makes it asymmetric in factions.
A little bit, and there's also going to be a lot more
cards,
and a lot more tokens, which looks like the board presence, kind of what you're doing to manipulate the board itself.
I wonder what the white ones are, because the white ones, there's no white. Does it add another player?
It might add another player.
Interesting.
I'd be curious if it brings it up to
7.
I'm not sure if it brings it up
right
to.
now there's 6 colors.
It might just add another color, or it might add another player. Ooh, these are kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
The full color.
I like how the backdrop's gray and the color pops on it.
So then we have
some more auras.
More auras.
We got some over here.
More artifacts and items. Relics. We have avatars.
Yep.
See, this is cool to me. I love these little pops of color. And that each faction has their own unit. See, this is green. Here you have white. Maybe that's white. Cool. And, of course, more event cards.
More events.
Which are going to slowly
it really is going to randomize the game and make it different. It's going to slowly start tearing things down. I'm really excited to play this one. Yeah.
I think it looks cool. I like the gray aesthetic. I love the artwork, and the mechanics seem really interesting so far. So, shall we... We haven't played it yet because we wanted to unbox it on camera.
Yeah.
This was really just a big excuse to get the game out so that we
can get to the rulebooks and start learning to play it because it's
go ahead and
coming up.
Play it.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching. That's it. That's a video. You watched an unboxing.